Whether you've had your trip planned for a while or are more of a last minute or wandering traveler, we have all kinds of fun fall activities and events right here in Great Falls. We're chatting all about them and more coming up on this episode of We're No Damn Experts.
Best in podcast, the best in town. You want to get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames, if you want to go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
I'm Shannon Newth, and we're No Damn Experts.
I'm super excited for today.
Well, good.
I have tomorrow off.
You do.
I know. It feels like I've been working straight for
Yeah.
a month. I'm starting to get
You
ringy.
went on a interesting
an adventure.
road trip.
I did.
For work.
And it was really amazing. I want to make sure that if any of you out there ever have the opportunity to do a carpool with leaders in your community, and you're going to be in a vehicle for at least 10 plus hours together, do it. Don't even question it. Just do it. Because it is so... What happens in those first few hours is everything's good.
Yeah.
And then you start to let your guard down and you really start to learn about the people that you're trying to help, the people that are part of your team really in developing and growing a community. So do it.
Did you learn everyone's random road trip snack cravings?
We learned a little bit of that. We learned a little bit of how many people are comfortable with not stopping for lunch or dinner.
Oh, the just like go people.
You know, because when you travel with your partner or your spouse, you already know.
Kind of get used to that rhythm.
But also, you are a little bit more comfortable with saying,
I need to go potty.
yep, I'm gonna need to potty. I'm gonna need, and the snacks that you get, so you don't have to question what the whole van is willing to snack on, because usually it becomes a van snack. It's not just like your snack.
Or if something's like a stinky snack or something. Yeah.
So
Did you nap in the van?
I did nap on the way down.
Okay.
There is that.
Did somebody get weird you sleeping pictures?
No. Well,
you
not
sure?
that I know of.
Blackmail pictures for later?
And it's those moments where you think you're really quiet. I probably was snoring because I know myself.
That happens to me on the plane, like when you fly, because you're in such weird positions, and sometimes I'm so tired. I'm like, what just happened? Did I make noise? Did I drool? I don't know.
What occurred while I was not present?
Jason and I have a somewhat ongoing game of if we're on a road trip and the other falls asleep, we will, safely as we're driving, sneak and take pictures. And so we each have kind of our blackmail, other person asleep pictures.
That's a good plan. But we learned so many great things and brought home some really great ideas that visitors may be able to get to participate in if we can pull them off correctly.
I'm jealous of these acclaimed Great Falls jerseys that the team wore.
So epic. So epic. I've pitched an idea of what to do about the high demand for Great Falls jerseys now.
Yeah.
So we'll see if it gets implemented, because it's a pretty dang good idea.
Yeah.
They were really a great idea. Where we fell down is we should have had jerseys every day.
Oh.
So we had their baseball jerseys. We should have had football jerseys and basketball jerseys or
soccer or something. Yeah.
Some other additional jerseys for the days we were at the IEDC conference, because that would have kept the momentum going.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just saw what were they, blue?
They're a teal color, so they were in brand colors, a little bit of a I'm going to go with Hawaiian print, but what I was saying was river. It looks like the ripples in a river,
which is
we're on the Missouri
brand.
River. So, constantly sharing. And then it had Great Falls, Montana on the front.
Nice.
And the back said, had our number as 406, which, if you're not from Montana, this does become kind of a thing that Montanans know, but not everyone else knows. Great company down in Helena called 406 that's kind of branded it as a lifestyle, which really is just the Montana lifestyle, and that's what that 406 is connected to. And the reason it is those 3 digits is because it's the area code for Montana, and Montana only has one area code
For now.
Yeah. And that's kind of a, one of the flags that you stick in the hill that you hope never changes, because a lot of other states, have multiple area codes. And I remember when other states that I've been affiliated with have gotten their second area code, then like those new people with the new area code
They're
were
kind
not
of ostracized from
didn't like those people.
Yeah.
But like us and Wyoming only have the one area code, so it's kind of a nice little feather in your cap.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious if and when that might change now that we've crossed the million.
And I also
mark.
wonder, just based on landlines and cell phones and who keeps their numbers now.
Yeah.
Like
True.
It's pretty normal not to change your cell phone number.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, Jason's isn't a 406.
No.
Yeah.
And usually even if you get new service, you're not changing your number. I mean, could you imagine a world where you had to change your cell phone number?
No. I mean, people do that. I will occasionally get a random text from somebody in my contacts. It's like, update your phone. We got a new one here. I'm like, okay, I really don't want to ever change mine. Mine's easy. Jason did those. So he's originally from Montana, but he lived in Colorado for, 6 years or something. So he has a Colorado area code. And the reason he didn't change it when he moved back, well, lots of reasons, obviously convenience, but now he's like, when I get a call from a Colorado area code, I know it's spam and a 406 number, I will likely answer it because, and now for me having a 406 number, nearly all the spam calls say they're from Montana.
Yeah.
So he did that for that reason. No.
I had early, because I'm super old. I had a bag phone as my first cell phone when I was in college.
Wait, what is a bag phone?
So it came in it looked like an actual phone that was connected to your wall with a cord and like a receiver you hang the phone up on, but you carried it in a bag, and then it connected with an antenna on top of your car.
Oh,
so
okay. I've seen this in movies, and I always wondered how those car phones worked.
Yeah,
okay.
So it was called a bag phone.
Okay.
And I got it just for the car because that was kind of the idea was if you're traveling and you need help, then the phone is there.
Yeah.
But then they, advanced technology so that it could get a little bit smaller and you could carry it with you.
Yeah.
And I want to say that number was a 307 number, so Wyoming, because I went to college in Wyoming.
Yeah.
And there's part of me that wishes I still had like a Wyoming
bag
number.
phone?
No, those were ridiculous. If you have a bag phone, please take a picture of it and send it to us.
I want to see what the bag is that it's encompassed in.
It's like
Did it stay in the bag in the car?
Yeah, so it's just like folded into a bag and then you could carry it. It was a monstrosity.
Seems cumbersome. Yeah,
it was.
Well, I was thinking original, like Saved by the Bell, like Zach Morris cell phone.
The big.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, we weren't that high tech.
That. Yeah.
Not that high tech.
And remember, folks, there's still lots of places you just don't get any service anywhere in Montana.
You're not even going to
totally
get
normal.
cell phone service.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is something like you got to share your pics on Instagram because you're on your way to Glacier.
Yeah.
Nope.
Gotta wait. You just gotta be in the moment there.
You're going to have to wait until you get Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I, throwing back, I remember I got my first cell phone in high school and I had my 20-year high school reunion this last weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah. Up in Havre. Had Rod's Drive-In, of course. You have to have that if you go through
Big
Havre.
ugly burger.
Got the ugly burger. I got so the thing with Rod's too is that in high school, because it's right by the high school, everyone would go at lunch and they have all kinds of flavors. So you do like a marshmallow Dr. Pepper or a kiwi Mountain Dew or a cinnamon Mountain Dew or whatever. And so
you went crazy.
In honor of high school, I got a marshmallow Dr. Pepper.
And that was your go-to.
Yeah, I didn't get it a ton.
drink.
I liked kiwi Mountain Dew as well, but Mountain Dew seemed a little extreme at the moment. So
Yeah,
I was already having an ugly burger and fries.
As you grow up, you realize how much is going on there in the Mountain Dew drink, and you're like, how are we drinking more than one of these a day in our lifetime?
Or just
really?
daily. Yeah.
Yeah. High school
There you
reunion
go.
was fun.
Yeah. It was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Weird, but good.
I've never been to one.
Yeah. This was I'd been to my 10-year college, but I was in the Bahamas for my 10-year high school reunion, which I'm not upset about. So
My
Yeah.
goodness, world traveler.
I know. Swimming with dolphins. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm assuming our listeners didn't necessarily tune in to listen to us talk about bank funds and high
they
school
did.
reunions.
Sure they
Although
did. It's good info.
I do love this format.
I do too. We just
Mostly
talk.
because I haven't got to catch up with you since I've been gone.
We
So
were just talking about this. We've been apart for it seems like a couple weeks. I guess it's only been a week or so, but
feels like I've been
I don't
gone a
know.
month.
Yeah,
But that's
been
just
busy.
got back and then it's been busy and it's been fun.
Yeah.
And it's fall. And oddly enough, we've had a lot of people coming into the office.
Been a lot.
And I'm happy to hear, we had our board meeting today and hearing from our hoteliers say that they're seeing the same kind of traffic. So here's my disclaimer for this episode.
Yeah.
We're happy to tell you all about our town, but you know what we can't really do real well, which makes us feel awful, is plan your entire trip across 15 states and every stop and every place to eat.
Yeah.
We know stuff, but we don't know all that kind of stuff.
Right. And
it's
we're
gonna
all
be-
about Great Falls
Yeah.
and central Montana.
We're going to be pretty hit or miss when you start to get us into, well, where should I go eat dinner in Wyoming?
Right. And
I
can
don't
you
know.
tell me how many miles from here gets me this? And what if I change it to this number of miles? How many? Like, we're happy to help you, but that's also not our
We're
area
not
of
travel
expertise.
agents.
Right.
You're going to have to make some decisions on your own travel. You develop your itinerary.
Right.
We'll help fill it.
We're happy to help give our opinions or lack thereof on things. And
And don't be surprised when we don't know what to do in Idaho.
right.
That's another state.
Yes,
It's tough enough to remember everything to do here
Right.
and then around us and then within the state. It's tough.
it is.
Our job is hard, people.
And there's also multiple options for how you go somewhere and what that
Oh,
looks like.
yeah.
And yeah,
What you want to experience. We don't know you. We
Right.
don't travel with you.
right.
We don't know if you're going to like
gonna
what
be
I like
very
or what you
different
like,
scenario.
what Shannon. We
Yeah.
don't know who you're going to be like.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you're getting our
So keep
opinions.
that in mind.
It might work. It might not work.
Yeah. 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 And in light of so during the fall, which is a beautiful time to come. And I think a lot of people have this idea that, I will travel. This is a sentiment I've been hearing. We travel in the fall because it tends to be less busy or
Yep.
the kids are back in school, but it's actually been quite steady with the more, I kind of use this term in the meeting, the wandering traveler, meaning you have what sounds like a wonderful luxury of just going
And figuring
it out along the way.
Now, that is an amazing way to travel.
It is.
But here's some insider information. A lot of people are starting to do this. And it happens, we always see an uptick in September of, we're going to call them the wanderers.
Yeah.
You know when we don't see an uptick? October. So if you really want to start to buck the trend,
Yeah.
start coming in October because September is still busy.
And October,
It gets busier and busier.
it really does. This year, I feel like,
We see
especially the reflection on walk-in traffic, at least.
Yeah, we see a dip usually in August when the kids go back to school, and then there's a little bit of lull. Like the couple travelers are like, let's make sure that they're all still in school, and then we'll go.
Yeah. Yep.
But then it starts picking up in September, week after week after week, and then we start to see the decline usually about October when the weather starts to get cold.
Yeah.
But if you really want to be cool, come October.
And October's a good time to come. And also, if you are the wandering traveler who has some flexibility, this is a good month for you because it really can be I think October is one of those months like October, March. It's those months where you really can get any spectrum of weather. Like the other day, yesterday, it was 90 degrees. In the past, we've already had snow on the ground at this time. Like October last year, gorgeous all the time, but also October 2 years ago, we got multiple snowstorms.
Yep.
So it's really that you could get anything.
Here's the other thing, insider tip. We don't know what the weather's going to do.
No, we really don't. More than a day or so out. Yeah.
You've been a weather girl.
Yeah. And I'm married to a meteorologist.
Weather person.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't mean we know
Right.
what is going to happen.
Right.
And even if we tell you it's going to be sunny, it could still snow or rain.
Right. It could change.
Yeah.
And the
We don't
wind will
know.
start blowing in and things change. So, yeah.
So, again, we're happy to help.
Yeah.
Don't take our word as gospel. It's not a good
You
plan.
should know by now if you've listened to any amount of these. Which, by the way, we are coming up very soon on our 200th episode.
I know. I was going to ask you.
We need to do something. We need to do something fun for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, more fun than we already have.
I have some ideas that I'd
great.
love to see if you can make happen. But
Okay. Well, you can tell me after this so
Okay.
we can plan it
yeah,
out.
we're not going to share it.
I do know that our next one, I'm pretty sure I
I'm
heard
pretty
you
stoked.
laughing in your office when you
pretty
saw this.
stoked about the next.
Yeah.
And no teasers.
No,
Well, here's the teaser. We're going to be talking about museums.
we are. But it's not like anything you've heard before.
No,
So
I'm pretty stoked about
we're
this
excited
one.
about it.
Yeah.
And I have a couple others I'm working on that should be
So
cool.
more
So,
fun to come.
Yeah.
Like you think 200 episodes, what more could you tell about Great Falls? Well, we got more.
There's more.
We
yeah.
got so much more in the pipeline to
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah.
We're just not the right people to tell you all the things. We got to get
Right.
people here to do it.
Yeah. And sometimes, life's crazy. So
Oh, not
we
for
don't need
me.
to tell you that. Yeah.
So easy.
Right now, I do want to say welcome to the Montana History Conference that's in town right now, which I'm so excited that we're hosting. And I'm sad because I'm not going to get to be, well, thought I was going to just be out of Montana right now, but turns out I'm here. And so I didn't get myself signed up for
There's so
all
many
the
cool things
but
happening
there's
there.
a lot of really cool tours and lectures.
And
Yeah.
if you're listening to this episode, you've already missed out on it. You should go
have.
listen to the episode with Christy where she shares what's going to happen about it.
And I think
It's really cool.
they do have where you can, I think, go and look back and learn about some of those things. But just want to say, if you're here, welcome. We're
Thanks
glad to
for
have
being
you.
here.
Something else that was cool recently, which we have video of this, thanks to my husband who willingly shared it with us on our Facebook page, is that C-130s landed on the highway east of town yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Which was super cool. So
Why did they do that?
it was a training exercise.
Oh, so they trained to land on roads?
Well, I think the concept was because Jason was out there and he was telling me, he's like, it's amazing how like on a dime, those huge cargo planes can turn. So they didn't do touch and goes. They would land, turn on the highway, and then take off. So I think it's practice for
short runways.
short runway, small runway, like different scenario. But it was kind of crazy because the video, I mean, it just kind of looks like they're landing in a field, and it did shut down like the main east highway out of town for a few hours.
But I would almost think you'd also have to pick an area that doesn't have a lot of buildings along the side.
Right.
They're wide.
They're big. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and phone lines and things like that. But yeah, so this
Minor
was-
issues. They're
Right.
they're experts.
They figured it out. Military, they got it.
It's not like
Yeah.
they put us in the plane and like, hey, figure out if you can land this.
Whew, that would not be a good
Our
choice for our
national
military.
Our national security
Let's hope we're
relies on
smarter
us.
than that. Yeah.
You might as well just find a bunker and crawl in it.
Right. Gosh, if it ever comes to that. Yeah, but so that's as we've talked about before, we're home here in Great Falls to Malmstrom Air Force Base as well as the Montana Air National Guard, and the C-130 Hercules are huge cargo planes that are part of the Air National Guard's mission. We see them flying around all the time here.
We do.
But this was just kind of an extra cool thing. So go look at the video. It's pretty neat to see.
The other thing is, we'll also let you know the next time the Montana Air National Guard has their open house.
Yeah.
Because they
that's
open
fun.
up those planes and you can walk in there and see what they look
Super
like.
Cool.
So.
Yeah. Hoping for another, oh my gosh.
Open house?
Yeah, but also the
Air show?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's the word. I think it should be back in a few years. we can hope. That was really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much work that goes into that
Oh
we
my
don't do anything about.
Gosh,
so
yeah.
thank you
we
for
just
everyone who
cheer them,
puts
we just cheer them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do this.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of work. We're grateful for it. And it's so cool.
It is. A reminder of museum hour changes for the winter time for our one. So this episode, I mean, we're just kind of, we're 20 minutes in already.
What are we doing today?
These
folks,
are
welcome.
kind of catch up, random notes, fall events, things like that. So
Yeah.
it really is kind of geared towards that wandering traveler we're talking about.
Yeah. So if you're just aimlessly wandering, you've got an anniversary in October that you don't have a plan for yet. Oktoberfest is happening here in Great Falls and downtown.
Yeah,
That
so
sounds like
today.
a fun new effort. Partnership between Annie's and
Kellergeist. I think some others are involved too.
And then Kiltober at the Celtic Cowboy
either
this
Kelttober or Kiltober. Yeah.
this weekend,
Right now.
starting now at Celtic Cowboy. Both sound really fun.
They do.
I was part of a community a long time ago that had a really great Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I'm really excited about the potential of
Yeah.
this event that they're starting.
So Oktoberfest beer, you're going to have German foods, both at Celtic Cowboy this weekend and next weekend for Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest is actually today. Today is when this podcast comes out today.
Oh, at Annie's today? Or is theirs next weekend?
Today is in Friday. When this comes out, tonight from 4 to 11.
Oh,
It's
Happening
in September.
okay.
It's September Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Oktoberfest traditionally does happen in September. Even though it says
October?
October, you think it means the month, and somehow it doesn't mean the month. Or in Germany, it means a certain part of the month. I don't know. But
I've been to Germany, but not during that time frame.
yeah,
so.
it's in September. It's always
Okay,
been
well, good to
September.
know. I
Yeah.
think in my What's Up Wednesday video is like celebrating early in September because I'm a dummy and I didn't know that.
Nope.
Now I learned.
Oktoberfest is
There you go.
traditionally in October, in September.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, yes. So if you're in town figuring things out, 4 to 11 tonight, 100 block of Central Avenue is blocked off. That's where the fun's happening.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. And for those who don't know or maybe are newer to listening, we have actually some pretty great German beer, like original, real German beer here.
And we haven't had them on the podcast for a while. We probably should bring them back. They've been staples. Matt's and Jolene. And they own Kellergeist, which is, we're making the claim to fame because no one else has disputed it, the largest German beer selection in Montana.
Yeah.
Possibly the world. No, not the world.
Maybe outside of Germany. Jason got he likes Pilsners. He ordered the Pilsner, one of the Pilsners there, and that's apparently the original, like the first, obviously not the glass he had, but the lineage of this. It was the very first Pilsner ever created. So they carry that one at
That's
Kellergeist.
pretty dang neat.
I don't know what the name of it was. I just know it's the Pilsner.
It's so good. Their beer, it's all German beer.
Yeah.
Imported. Matt's is German from Germany, so he knows.
You'll know when
He
you
knows
walk
the
in.
stuff. It's just a really neat experience.
Yeah. And we need to ask them because they are back in their original location
The
and
OG
they are
location.
renovating the back space, which that building used to be a theater at one point.
Yep.
So I'm excited to see what comes of that.
And they have open mic nights in the chicken coop,
What part's the chicken coop?
So, when you walk in to
I was like,
Kellergeist,
this is a tiny space.
yep, you've got the bar and then the side seating. And then you've got the back seating in the restroom.
Yeah.
And then behind that back seating is like this weird space.
Oh, where the theater was, where the stage
Nope.
used to be?
Before you get to that space,
Okay.
there's like a little cubby. That's called the
where they
chicken
sing?
coop.
Oh, okay.
So there's wire on it right
Yeah.
now. And so you just slip in there and you perform.
So you're on the other side of, well,
Yep.
it makes sense why it's called the chicken coop.
Yeah, like you're in this little area. So
Yeah.
if you've got some talent you want to unleash, especially when you're traveling, this is the best time to do it. Sneak in. No one knows who you are. So if you bomb or you're miserable, It's not like your neighbor knows.
Right. Right.
It's random people in Great Falls, though.
This is the best spot to
Test
do
it out. You think you're going to be a comedian? Write up some material. Give it a shot. You want to do some poetry slams? Go for it.
It's a great place to do it.
You want to sing a song that you wrote? Or just sing a cover? You can do that.
And you won't really have to look at very many
First,
people.
The people there are going to be supportive whether you're awful or not.
This is true.
Second, if you are awful, someone will be honest and tell you this might not be your path.
Mm-hmm.
Or they might give you some coaching tips. Either way, you've embarrassed yourself in front of people you'll never have to see again, really. Chances aren't good because 80% of our visitors do come back. But just in general, you likely won't see these people again. Or if you do, they won't remember how awful you were. And then you can hone in on your craft. It's really a great opportunity.
It is. And because it is a very small, intimate space, if you're going to sing, you're going to sing in front of like 10 people.
Yep.
Because they'll keep filtering in and out new people. So
the other big thing about that is you're going to sit with people you don't know. So you're going to make friends.
Yeah. Just a good place to go. Just a good place to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So got that covered.
Oktoberfest today. Right. Our friends at the Goodwood Guys, who we love, they were on
Chris and Susan
fairly recently in the scheme of the podcast. They are doing an annual pumpkin patch event. And I bring this up because they always have kind of a unique twist on all of their varying events. And this is happening every weekend throughout October.
Oh.
So it's the 4th, 5th, 11th, 12th, 18th, 19th, 25th, and 26th.
Wow.
So you have lots of options to go to this. So I'm gonna read the list of their fall games: candy corn bowling, apple toss, hammer and nail, ghost golfing, which I remember seeing this before and I still don't think I know what it is.
I've never heard of it.
I remember hearing about it last year, I think. I need to ask them. I just need to reach out. And
you just
like,
pretend to hit a ball?
What is going
That
Maybe
might
that's
be on
the
my
best
aisle.
way to golf.
That might be on my my alley.
They've got some hay bales for pictures. They say enjoy treats, no tricks, and shop for Goodwood pumpkins and bats. Yeah, no charge.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
On the 10th and 11th, they'll be mining for garnets.
Ooh.
Buy a bag of garnet gravel. Yeah, so there you go. Our friends at Goodwood Guys.
I wonder
all
if they'll make
October.
the wood setting for a ring if you find a garnet.
I bet you could get them to do that.
I bet you would.
Yeah. They like to try making new stuff. Yeah. The symphony, Great Falls Symphony, is back. They're kicking off their season as well. And this one, I feel like if you are coming to Montana because you want Western way of life, like rodeo stuff, this first one's for you. Which, speaking of, that reminds me, I overheard some guests asking Carol the other day, like they wanted a schedule of all of the rodeos. And so this is just a reminder, they don't happen very often, actually.
The schedule can always be found on Montana PRCA.
Yeah.
There's one in January.
Yeah,
there's
that's coming
one
up.
in July. There's one in June. And they're across the state.
Yeah.
So you really have to plan around it.
If you're here this weekend, the state barrel racing championships are in Great Falls this weekend. So you could see.
So that's an
barrel
event
racing.
of the rodeo.
Right.
Yep.
So you could see lots of barrel racing. But the first symphony event is called Rodeo that they're doing this year. So that's October 5th. And it says they'll be taking us on a journey featuring the rugged beauty of the American West. And this is actually in conjunction with the C.M. Russell Museum. They're partnering for this event.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
Yeah.
FYI again, if you think you're not a symphony person, you are wrong.
Correct. I love our symphony.
It is so impressive just to listen to those talented performers collectively make a sound that belongs together. It's really
it is impressive. I also saw too that the Cascade Quartet, which is a part of the Great Falls Symphony, I guess they filmed something for Montana PBS out at Black Eagle Island recently. So I want to look for that because I wanted to share about that. But I saw that they just recently filmed something.
Obviously, they didn't want us there.
I know, rude. They didn't tell us.
I mean, it'd have been cool to see.
I know. I'm like, I would have loved to get some.
I know.
Anyway. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. Yeah.
Another thing you missed.
I know. I was like, try so hard to keep
We
up on
should
these.
do just
They
one
did.
episode of all the things
All the
you've
things we
missed.
didn't know.
Yeah. It'd be
Some of
one
this
episode.
is we can't be everywhere all the time.
I know.
Everything. So we need people. That's the same thing we would say in news too, like in the news business. Like people either thought we were omnipotent or idiots. Like it was either we knew everything and immediately understood what they were talking, or we were idiots. And
Yeah.
that is
Still
feels like
true
that here
today.
too. Yeah. Stargazing event at the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center is coming up as well. That's also on October 5th.
Is that with our astronomy club?
I didn't see them listed on here, but I would be
Have
shocked
to
if they
assume.
were not there.
People,
Yeah.
if you want a good stargazing experience, our astronomy club is top
They
notch.
are fantastic.
They're
They were so fun.
They're so committed to this
They are.
and this level of smarts.
Yeah. I'm going to be trying to collaborate with them on some other things coming up, so you can watch for that. But yes, stargazing event at the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center, October 5th.
I was just thinking how funny it would be for you to develop content stargazing because it'd just be dark.
Right. It's just dark.
Here
Look,
I am
there's
in the
some
dark.
stars. There's the Big Dipper. Like that's the extent of my knowledge. Yeah, be a really short blog. The Women's Expo. So these are our friends with Town
yeah.
Square Media are putting this on.
100 plus vendors
Yeah.
all
So
next
fun.
weekend.
Yeah, October 5th, 4th, 5th, and 6th at Montana Expo Park. This used to be called the What Women Want Expo.
Yeah.
And now it's just the Women's Expo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't also be fooled. If you're a man, you can go.
You can. Yeah. They're vendors that are geared towards
Things
women's
female buy.
interests, but yeah. This does draw people
Hey.
from a lot of places.
If you got a woman in your life that you need to get a
Hey.
gift for,
Holidays are coming.
yep, boom.
There you go. Oh, hey, your anniversary,
Yeah. It's coming up.
Robert. Yeah. Who never listens.
I've already bought my birthday gift
To give
from
to him, to give to you.
Yep.
Nice.
It's going to be nice. I'm pretty excited about it.
Act surprised when you see it again. Yeah.
I'm going to wrap it up.
Also on the 6th, it's Fishing for Pumpkins
What?
at Giant Springs State Park. Now, I don't think you're actually fishing for pumpkins, but I think they liked the name of it, which is a good name. I don't think you're actually like trying to lure in pumpkins,
I bet
unfortunately.
you probably are.
Okay, well, I'll read you if they they're keeping that
Oh.
under wraps. But it is a free event. So it's actually at Heritage Park. I mean, it's part of Giant
Okay.
Springs State Park, but it's across the street from
The Giant
where
Spring.
actual Giant Springs is. This, again, is on Sunday the 6th, 12 to 3. They have music, food, and carnival-style activities for the whole family.
Ooh.
Maybe there will be some type of, there's got to
Scarecrow
be some
stuffing?
type of pumpkin retrieving happening.
I would have to think so.
Yeah, fishing for pumpkins.
I would love the opportunity.
Maybe it's like bobbing. It's like bobbing for apples, but fishing for
Well,
pumpkins.
I'm thinking there is an opportunity to try and like snag a
Yeah.
pumpkin.
Well, especially if you did the little like mini pumpkins.
Yeah.
That seems doable.
I just wouldn't put them in water, but I think they'd be fine.
Get, like,
They're all
some
sealed up.
Kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Electric City's Got Talent is coming up as well. This is the second year of the event on October 11th at the Newberry. I get to MC this again. So I
Oh.
did that last year. I'm MCing it this year. So I just wanted to plug it because it's a newer event, second year, but the amount of talent that was there was really impressive. This is all like local talent. They audition, all of that. But if you just want to come for a fun
What kind
night
of
of
talent is it? Are we talking
the majority is singing or
Okay.
some type of
comedy, dance,
musician thing. Yeah,
performance?
any of those things. So the performers have to audition and be selected, and then they are judged. There's
Holy.
people's choice. There's the winner. All of that. But it's really quite impressive.
So it's like your own little version of America's Got Talent.
But Electric City's Got
And
Talent.
nobody's going to be mean to the people on the stage.
No one was mean at all last year.
Look
so
at that.
It's a good. Yeah.
I think they need a new MC. I'm available to be mean.
Wow. Rude. Okay, well, I will tell them when I meet with them this week.
You could be the nice one. I can be the mean one.
As the MC, you're just generally helpful. You're trying to be a judge, I think, is what you're going for.
Okay, I'm open for
you
judging.
want to be Simon Cowell.
Yes.
I will let them know.
I have no skill
Are you
to
looking
actually
for
judge.
a snarky judge? I have somebody for you.
Who has no...
Right.
A snarky judge who has no knowledge of what is good for talent. I can tell you if I'm entertained. I don't know if that means you're a good talent or not.
I will say, this is no reflection. They were all fantastic, but the person, because I got to sit in the judges' room or whatever and listen, and I was like, oh, I thought you were going to pick somebody else. I would have picked somebody else, not just because I was impressed by this, it was kind of a specific talent, but anyway, but that's why I'm not the judge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can get tickets for that at the Newberry.
Yep. And okay, well, speaking of things that you have emceed or been part of, I'm going to skip ahead and then come back, but the Halloween matinee with the symphony, which is
so
just
fun.
a blast. You and Madi got to MC that.
We
and
did.
Then I did
we
it
did a
last
really good
year.
job.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I had a blast at it. We pretended to wipe up pee.
What?
Yeah.
Your own pee?
Maddie's pee.
Wait, were you dressed up as animals or was this human
she
pee?
was.
Oh, okay.
She was dressed as a chicken.
So you picked up chicken pee?
Yeah, wiped
Cleaned
up chicken pee.
Oh.
Pretended to wipe up chicken pee. So
This
just
is
a highlight of what fun can be had there.
I was in a mask. They have a little bit different themes for it every year, but it's a Halloween thing. It is family friendly. Come in your costume. It's a blast. It is a free event, but you do need a ticket just to reserve your spot because it is really popular.
And you get candy.
Yeah, and you get candy. Yeah. So this is that's October 26th at 11 a.m.
Which is a Saturday.
Yeah. So that's super fun. I don't know who's emceeing this year. Did they ask you?
No.
They didn't ask me either.
They will probably have somebody dynamic. They always get good people.
Yeah. I think because you guys did it, 3 years ago? I think I did it 2 years ago. I think maybe Tom Wiley may have done it last year, which is a fantastic choice. So we'll see who does it this year. But it's always super fun. Always a really fun event. This next event, I messaged Megan at the History Museum to ask for a few more details. So this is their second Saturday event that every second Saturday of the month, the Great Falls History Museum does special presentation, talk.
Something new.
Yeah. So the one for October, on October 12th, is called Grim Tales of Great Falls.
Oh, yes.
And so here's what Megan told me, because I was like, should this be a podcast
How
episode?
shady is this going to be?
Yeah. So here's what she says. The Grim Tales of Great Falls will be a series of stories: a body snatching, an accident, 2 murders, a skeleton found, and a suicide. Not totally kid-friendly, but true stories I found during my time working here that were interesting. So
I love the seedy underbelly of any community.
I know.
And one of the things, we're very closely connected with Butte for a lot of that kind of mining and rough and tumble history.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Butte seems to have more of those seedy stories.
Yes, or that have at least come to light.
So excited ours are coming to the surface.
Yes. Okay. Well, I might have to see if Megan wants to talk about. I was trying to get a feel on if it'd be good.
Well, I think after they deliver it, they could come and talk on the podcast about it.
I think so too, because I think there's some interesting stories there.
Oh, 100% some of the stories about like our founder, Paris Gibson.
Yeah. And his wife.
Valeria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a lot
of stuff to find out if it's true or not. And we'll never know.
No.
Just stories.
Who knows? Maybe in the underbelly of Great Falls, in those random, the basements of downtown, maybe some letter will be discovered or some evidence will be discovered.
I did it, and this is how.
Yeah.
For them to uncover.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be pretty fun. If I was going to murder someone, that's what I would do.
Leave a note somewhere?
Yeah.
For somebody to, like a message in a bottle situation?
So that long after I'm dead, people will finally know what I did.
You just have to make sure you're dead.
Yep. Before they find that note.
So that is Grim Tales of Great Falls. on October 12th.
So
at
much
the History
future
Museum.
for this podcast
I know.
episode.
Now I'm very excited about that.
Like, I don't know what generation this podcast will be in.
Yeah.
They'll go, our former host
Right.
turns out left a letter.
This is our message in a bottle right now. We have encrypted things with this episode.
Oh.
Okay, switching gears. This event is, so I tried to pick out things that are more uniquely, Great Falls things here. This is an annual event, and this is something that if you are a skier, snowboarder, it's a great place to come. It's the ski and board swap that happens every year at the Expo Park. You can get new stuff and consigned stuff. But if you're looking for if you're trying to get stuff for your family, like maybe you're going to come and you're going to go Showdown quite a bit this winter. You can come get stuff for the family or the kids are going to outgrow something. This is a great place to do it. And it's always super busy.
We know that there's this trend of people who are traveling and they stay in a community for anywhere from 3 to 6 months because they can work remotely. So they get to experience all these communities.
Yeah.
So they're renting an Airbnb or VRBO and they're acting like locals. This is a great opportunity for you to get some gear.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy winter. And then when you scurry off to the next spot, you can resell that stuff either on Facebook or Craigslist or local pawn shop.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a good place to come and check stuff out. So that's Saturday, October 12th. So you can go to Grim Tales and then go to the ski and board swap that day.
Woo, woo.
This next one I'm really excited about, and I'm really hoping to be able to go get some footage at this so I can show you all on our socials at some point. But the full moon hike at First Peoples Buffalo Jump.
This does sound fun.
Very excited about the prospect of this.
We have information on our website about it.
We sure do. Yeah. But to give you just kind of a quick overview of that, it's Thursday, October 17th. So this is a great time for you to do a long weekend in Great Falls.
Yep.
So you can, again, North America's largest buffalo jump. I had somebody on our YouTube contesting that. Like,
Alberta wanted to jump in on our flame.
It's way bigger. No, not technically. Ours is longer.
Yeah.
So at the Hunter full moon, this is your chance to see it at First Peoples. $4 is all it costs to go on this hike. So a whopping $4.
Seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it's a 3.5 mile hike. It starts at 5:30 in the evening, and you're going to hang out with Ranger Andy, he's a blast. You can experience some beautiful Montana sunsets from there, and you'll conclude the hike with the rising of the full moon out there, and you'll get to learn all about First Peoples, all about the history out there, which is just fascinating. And they do hikes throughout the winter, but I love the idea of this full moon.
I love being led and told a story.
Yeah.
Like whether it's a historic house tour where someone's walking through it and you get to ask questions and they know so much.
Yeah.
And I just love that. So when you get the opportunity to have Ranger Andy tell you all the things that he knows, it's just a better experience than doing it yourself.
It's true.
So no matter how many times you've been out to the Buffalo Jump,
you've not going to experience
you've never done
this before. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm hoping I can go on that and share that with you all on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. There's a Ghouls and Goblins fall show at the Mansfield Convention Center. So our Great Falls Farmers Market team, which if you're listening to this and you're here right now, Saturday is the last farmers market of the season.
Get in there.
I made a note because I'm like, I need to try to get there one more time. So the farmers market team does put on other events throughout the year outside of, your standard farmers market. This is one of them. So it's think farmers market, but for the fall spooky season.
Yep. And it's going to be indoors
inside Mansfield convention area. That's on the 26th of October. Back to the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center on October 27th, Halloween Spooktacular. This one actually sounds super fun. So they have free Casper's Spooky Crafts. You get treat bag if you show up with a costume. There's a scavenger hunt there, screening of Hocus Pocus. And then you can meet Seaman, the canine explorer. He's going to be hanging out there. I guess he's always in costume.
Well, I would, because Seaman isn't really alive, so the dog that's playing Seaman is in costume.
He's always incognito. Yeah. But that sounds like a really fun event. Anything they do at the Interpretive Center, I'm like, that's always
really
such a fun place.
And it's not always modern crafts. It's like crafts from the time. So you're learning skills that you can use to survive off the land, which I think every kid should know.
Yeah.
Every kid and every human.
I was like, I should learn that more too.
What berries you can eat.
Honestly, I would just go just to see the dog too.
Yep. I love dogs.
Always worth it just for the dog. Yeah. And you can watch Hocus Pocus with a bunch of people in costume that are excited too. So
and that's a beautiful theater out there.
It is gorgeous.
I would just hang out in the theater all
with
the
dog.
Yeah.
Me
and the dog watching movies.
That's where we'll find us. Yeah. And then, of course, there's a variety of Halloween events, things like that. But there is the Safe Trick or Treat happening in downtown Great Falls that they always do on Halloween.
If one that you didn't mention that I'm going to make a plug for on October 19th, if you're thinking you're a good rock climber or you love to do the climbing walls, we got a great opportunity for you to come and participate in Rocktober at the Highline Climbing Gym. They put up special routes for you. They've got different classes, so you don't have to be an expert, but it's just a really fun time. And this is just me. I think the coolest part is at the end of the day, they do this evening reception with beers and then custom cups. I love a good custom cup.
Yeah. Yep.
It'll get me to do dang near anything, honestly. Here's a custom cup. All you have to do is drink this drink you've never wanted.
Out of it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I will do that as long as I get to keep the cup. And my husband can attest, there's a lot of random cups in our house just because
I full of those.
Love getting a free cup.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that is the prize if you participate in Rocktober. And it is part of a multi-location bouldering series called the Last Best Bouldering Series. So it's a really great opportunity to try something maybe you've never done before and see how you stack up.
Have you tried climbing at the climbing gym?
No.
Is this going to be the time when you try it?
No. Because,
don't you want a free cup?
I do. I do. But Maddie did it.
Oh, did she?
She went and did a content piece on it, which I think is probably I would probably do it for content.
Okay.
But she came back and her fingers hurt so bad. And I don't know if it's because she didn't know what she was doing or she hadn't worked out her fingers enough.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of manual dexterity that goes into that and the ability to hold yourself up as you scale walls by holding on to the grips and moving things. So it looks fun. I would rather, just be able to go straight up and be attached to the thing that'll then drop you down.
Yeah. Yeah. There's mats on the ground below you.
Yeah. It's free climbing. You're if you're not good, you're going to fall.
Super tall.
No.
But you do a lot of, like you said, the routes sideways, all of that.
Yep. You got to figure out how to get through and get to the end. And
my fingers are
it's
not
kind of like a maze.
great with that. Yeah.
Mental maze.
Yeah.
Put me in a cornfield where I have to wander. I'll be fine there.
Well, speaking of that, there is the one out in Craig. So
that is
there
true.
You go. We didn't mention that, the apple stem
corn
maze out there in Craig.
It's going. Really unique experience out there too.
That one's fun.
So plenty of wandering things to just happen upon, which I think is a fun part of fall. You don't have to really have anything planned. You can just show up and wander from one thing to another.
Those scenic drives we talked about, all the fall little events and everything.
I'm pretty excited because we get to do a portion of that scenic drive this weekend.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited because we haven't been out in that area for a while. We're heading towards Shoto.
Okay.
Which everyone knows. I love Buffalo Joe's and Depuyer. Don't know if we'll make it that far, but got some family coming into town for some fun activities. We're going to head towards Shoto.
We should get a little video of you driving. We can show people.
I could show people. I'm really a passenger queen, passenger princess.
Yeah.
So I can get a video of me just staring at things.
Great.
I did do that on our trip to that leadership trip.
Yeah.
I filmed when we crossed the state border.
Nice.
It wasn't fantastic. I'm not going to win awards.
It's hard to get fantastic video driving out of a car if you don't have
the right equipment
set up. Yeah. If you're not a film crew.
Well, that and You're never quite sure when you go from Montana to Wyoming on the interstate when that's actually coming.
Oh,
Like you keep
I don't
thinking it's up
go
ahead.
that way very often. So
Yeah. Neither do I. So it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But we got it. And then I tried to edit and it didn't do real good, but I did capture the 2 seconds of us crossing.
There you go.
It's like a 20
it.
second video, but well, actually more like 5 minutes. But anyway, I digress.
You got it.
There's a reason I'm not the content director.
Oh, boy.
Everybody feels their skill set better than another.
Well, yes. I don't like financial spreadsheets, and that's your jam. So
I do get giddy about those things.
One more random one I'll mention just because it has to do with that, and we'll be quiet. But there's a Dia de los Muertos at Magpie. So the day after Halloween on November 1st, Magpie's doing that. They said, who says you can only dress up for Halloween? So you can go to that party there. They'll have, well, now that I read this more, it's quite, you're celebrating those who are no longer with us.
Yeah. That's what that.
Which Dia de los Muertos, I know what that means, but they will have a costume contest, signature drinks, music, and dancing. So
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
If you, like me, are not as well versed in the world, you can watch the wonderful movie Coco, and that'll explain to you what that event is all about. And I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
The funny thing is we did take our nieces and nephew to that movie, and afterwards we were driving home and we were talking about family, and my nephew at the time was really young, at probably 3, 4. And so he said, "Isn't it fun to be family?" He's like, "You're not my family." And I'm like, but we are, buddy.
Yeah. Sorry. Blood related.
And so I think what he thought was like his immediate family, his mom and his dad, his sisters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, we're family too, and just kind of expand that form. And
that
he
view.
understands that now, but at the time it's always kind of that new information of, I know you and I'm connected to you, but you're not my family.
Yeah. You're like, well, actually,
No, we are.
that's why we're here. Yeah.
Sorry, we're not better
Sorry,
people.
you're stuck with us. This realization hits him. Yeah.
Well, that's exciting stuff that we got going on
There
in
you
the
go.
fall.
Wandering travelers. There you go.
We love you, wandering travelers.
We do.
We love it when you spend time here, and we love it when we can tell you more about what's happening here, so you stay longer.
Yeah.
You know what we
Which
don't
happens
want?
to people.
We don't want you going to another state.
No.
We don't care if you do.
That's why we
Once you leave here, we really don't care. We hope
That's
you
why
get there
we
safely.
intentionally don't make ourselves experts on how to get out of here.
Nope. That's why the signage is so poor. Why we don't have maps of Idaho or Wyoming for you.
Or any other random request.
Alaska, Washington, California don't have those maps.
You can be as shocked as you want. That's We just don't have them.
It's all
We're
part of
also
our
not
diabolical
AAA.
plan. Our
make
diabolical
you
plan
stuck
of
here.
get you to Great Falls and stay in Great
That's
Falls. But we do want you to travel here safe. We want you to leave safe. We want to make sure you get home safe. And we do hope that no matter where you are in the world, we hope you are creating amazing memories with your friends and family wherever you might be. And until we see you in Great Falls, have fun, and we'll see you soon.
We Are No Damn Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town.